It is my pleasure and my honor to welcome Coach Rick Carlisle and to welcome JJ Barea here to Holyoke High School. We have a program that is going to be celebrating his service, but also giving him an opportunity to talk to you about the lessons that he's learned throughout his career and what he's doing post-playing days. So please welcome to the podium from the Basketball Hall of Fame, Mr. Scott Suffoletto.
Thank you so much. Welcome. Thank you so much for being here, and welcome from the Basketball Hall of Fame on behalf of our president, John DeLeva. Wished he could be here. Our whole staff, our board members, our Hall of Famers. We are so pleased to be here. In fact, we have a couple of board members here. I'd like to introduce Charlie Rosenswag from the NBA. And Mr. Jim Taubenfeld, who lives in Puerto Rico and has a number of retail locations. Some of you may know, Me Salve, and he's here representing the Hall of Fame and Puerto Rico. Well, I hope you all know that the reason the Hall of Fame is located in Springfield is that our beautiful game was invented by a young Canadian who happened to be a grad student at the YMCA training school, which later became Springfield College. He invented the game back in 1891. Mr. Naismith, Dr. Naismith, never tried to make money from this game. He gave the world a beautiful game, and he made up the game hoping that everyone could play and have a healthy life. That was his intent. He believed that a healthy body would lead to a healthy mind and also a healthy spirit. He also believed that his game had many wonderful core values. They were really important to him, those core values, like fitness and perseverance, cooperation, teamwork. Very important values that many of you live by today with your teams and coaches and in any other parts of life. Many of our basketball family live out these important core values. They share their time, treasure, and talent with all of their communities in which they live and work, like JJ. Today's guest, JJ, certainly lives out all those goals, all those ideals, and in fact, last night at the Hall of Fame on center court, JJ received the Hall of Fame's Humanitarian Award. And it's called the Mannie Basketball's Human Spirit Award. And it was a very special evening. JJ was there, and we're so glad that he's our guest today. Here to introduce him in a few more great words of wisdom from Coach Carlisle, who knows JJ very well, is the coach of the Dallas Mavericks, 2011 NBA champion, Dallas Mavericks, Rick Carlisle.
¿Estás bien? ¿Estás bien? Hey! We're very, very happy to be here today. As Scott mentioned, JJ received one of the most important awards that the Hall of Fame gives for humanitarian service to his home country of Puerto Rico. Before I introduce JJ, I want to recognize his family that is here. His mother, Marta, please stand up, Marta. His dad, Jaime. His beautiful wife, Viviana. Come on. JJ Barea is a Puerto Rican icon because he's a great basketball player, he's a great leader, and he's about so many great things. He was an important part of our championship in 2011. I'm proud to have known him now for more than 10 years. He's a great basketball player. He'll go down in history as one of those guys that always proved people wrong and always proved that he could do more than people thought he could do, and he's doing the same thing for his country of Puerto Rico. As great a player as he is, I'm more proud to call him my friend. Please help me welcome Número 5, Jose Juan J.J. Barea.
Thank you, Coach. Pretty good. For me, I'm excited to be here back in the East, back in Springfield. I went to school in Northeastern in Boston. But I want to talk a little bit about me real quick so you guys know a little bit about me. Born and raised in Mayagüez, Puerto Rico. I'm the younger of 3 brothers. My parents right there, you guys met them. Everything to me. So played everything growing up. Played every kind of sport there is. Volleyball, tennis, basketball, baseball, a little bit of everything. School was the biggest thing in my house. Going to class every day, going to school every single day. My dad right there, he didn't let me miss one day of school. I spent years without missing one day. For me, it was one day I had to convince my mom, hey mom, I can't do it today. I can't do it today. It was almost impossible. So really important, don't miss school. Try to figure out a way, if you don't feel good, just try to come. 24 hours a day, you got time for everything. So make sure you get to class, get to school every day, especially on time. When I got to high school, I was really, really good at basketball. I had to decide if I wanted to keep playing basketball, if I wanted to try to get a scholarship in the United States. My last year of high school, I decided it was a hard decision, tough decision for me. I had to leave Puerto Rico. I had to leave my family behind. And I went to Miami for 1 year of high school when I was a senior in high school to play basketball, to go to school, to get ready for the SAT, and to see if I could make it in the next level, to try to get a scholarship in any university in the United States. It was a tough decision. It was hard, but sometimes in life you gotta try new things. You gotta try new things. You can't be afraid of the next step. You can't be afraid of meeting the new people and making new friends and stuff like that. So I went to Miami, had a great time. It was tough at the beginning, but then when basketball season started, I was ready to go. I got just one offer. I got one offer to Northeastern University here in Boston. It was the best thing that ever happened to me. It was great. It was a change. The weather from Puerto Rico to Boston, the weather hit me, but I got better. I got better every year. From school, 6 in the morning, I had to be in the weight room. Then I had to go to the class, then back to practice, and then do it all over again. So it was 4 years that prepared me for my life. After college, I put my name in the NBA draft. I didn't get picked in the NBA draft, but I stayed positive. All I wanted was a chance to prove myself that I could play in the NBA, and I wanted to see if I could play in the NBA. So I went with the Dallas Mavericks to Summer League, and then they invited me to training camp. And then I made the team after preseason. They signed me as a free agent. So 13 years later, I'm standing right here in front of you guys. It's been a long road, but it's been awesome. And it hasn't been easy. There was a lot of times in college that I called my dad and my mom, and I was like, hey, I gotta go. I'm on my way to the airport. I'm going back home. Can't do this no more. But you gotta keep fighting. I stayed with it. I hang in there. A lot of bad games, a lot of turnovers, a lot of missed shots. You gotta find a way. You gotta find a way to stay positive and listen to the people that are with you, that people that want to stay positive with you, that have confidence in you, and you'll be all right. Treat everybody right. Make your friends right here in high school are gonna be your friends for life. So make sure you guys treat yourself right. Stay together. Help each other out. Listen to your coaches, to your professors, to everybody. They know what they're talking about. All right. So thank you for listening to me. Thank you for having me. The Hall of Fame. the school, Springfield. They've been awesome to me and my family. Thank you. It's a great town, and hope you guys follow my career. Keep helping Puerto Rico. I spent the whole summer in Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico's doing fine. We're getting better. The spirit is up. So hopefully, next time you guys go to Puerto Rico, it's going to be way better than you guys left it. So thank you a lot. Thank you.
Before I bring some folks up to the podium to welcome and honor JJ on behalf of the city and the state, I do want to recognize some of our local leaders that are here. We have city councilors Jossie Valentin and Gladys LeBron Martinez who are here. Could you please? We also have school committee member John Brunel and our superintendent receiver Stevens Wright. The next guy coming up to the podium is no stranger to you. He's been mayor here for quite some time. He's a great friend of our school. Please welcome Mr. Alex Morse.
Well, good morning, everyone, and thank you for having us here. I'm just as excited as all of you are to have JJ here in Holyoke with us, and we're so grateful that you were able to make the time to be here before you were getting acknowledged at the Basketball Hall of Fame in Springfield for his humanitarian efforts here in the States, but also on behalf specifically of the island of Puerto Rico after Hurricane Maria almost a year ago this month. There's a number of people I want to thank as well as mayor. I think all of you are well aware of Holyoke's connection to the island of Puerto Rico. In Holyoke alone, a city of about 40,000 people, about 20,000 residents, 50% are Latino, mostly of Puerto Rican descent. And when you look at the number of students in the public schools, it's upward of 80%. And so when we're talking about the future of our community, the future of our schools, we're really talking about the Latino community and making sure everybody has an equal opportunity to do well in school, have access to a great job, live in a safe neighborhood, and be proud of the great city that Holyoke is. We had hundreds, if not thousands, of Puerto Ricans come from the island to Western Massachusetts, Springfield, and specifically to the city of Holyoke. We had over 1,000 individual folks walk through the doors of Enlace de Familias on Main Street. And I want Betty Medina, Frankie Martinez, and Naomi in particular to maybe stand up and get recognized for their efforts at Enlace. And we bring it hadn't even been a couple of days after the hurricane that I got a call from Betty Medina Lichtenstein saying we need to be ready for a lot of folks to come to Holyoke, given the familial connections and our status really as a welcoming community that would provide the resources necessary to get people back on their feet. And Betty and her entire team got to work very quickly. I also want to recognize, of course, City Councilor Jossie Valentin, who's done work here in Holyoke, but also on the island with her wife Miriam Quinones. Thanks City Councilors Gladys LeBron Martinez, both of those councilors from Puerto Rico that have done their best to advocate on behalf of their fellow citizens in Puerto Rico and here in Western Massachusetts. I want to acknowledge Nilka Ortiz from Comerío in Puerto Rico for her work here in the mayor's office and always doing a phenomenal job on behalf of all of us in the city. Thank Marcos Marrero, he's our Director of Planning and Economic Development, who also partnered with Betty to make sure that we were doing right by all people who came to Holyoke after such a traumatic event on the island. And just everybody here today. I know as I knocked doors last fall, almost everybody in the city was somehow touched by this hurricane, and that has continued today. And so to see JJ, someone that has excelled on the basketball court as an accomplishment that we are more aware of, and I think as his words described, I think what has been most meaningful about his life and his career is it's about what he's done off the court here for people in Western Mass, but mostly for those folks who live in Puerto Rico that experienced Hurricane Maria. And I know I'm so encouraged to hear from him that things are getting better. And if we've learned anything about Puerto Ricans from Hurricane Maria, is that they are the most resilient, proud people on this earth. And we couldn't be more excited and encouraged by the hard work that has gone into the recovery there since last September 20th. And of course, there's still more work to do, and I encourage all of you to follow in JJ's footsteps. And so whether you excel on the tennis court, on the soccer field, or the football field, or on the basketball court, think about doing something bigger than yourself and bigger than your athletic ability and make an impact in other people's lives, because life is short and that's why we're here. And so because of JJ's accomplishments and because he's here in Holyoke sharing time with us, I do have an official mayoral proclamation. On behalf of the citizens of Holyoke, I, Mayor Alex B. Morse, do hereby declare today, Friday, September 7th, 2018, as J.J. Barea Day in the city of Holyoke today and in the years to come. In witness whereof, I've pronounced up my hand and caused the official seal of the city of Holyoke to be affixed. So happy J.J. Barea Day, and help me deliver that.
So when you have a world champion come to Holyoke, there are lots of folks that I should be introducing. I did forget to introduce our sheriff, Mr. Nick Kochi. Sheriff? He's in the corner standing behind Mr. Hobart. All right. I want to bring to the podium next another great friend of Holyoke Public Schools and Holyoke High School, our state rep, Mr. Aaron Vega.
Good morning, Holyoke Public Schools. How's everybody doing? Second week of school, you guys okay? All right, good things are happening. Good things are happening this year. Class of 2019, can I get a what's up? 2019? All right. Holyoke High Knights football, let's go. Who's going to the game tonight? Good season tonight. We got field hockey players here. Field hockey. Any field hockey players? All right, come on now. Volleyball, home of volleyball, all right. Sports is an integral part of our community. Sports is an integral part of the high school experience. It creates teamwork, it creates friendships, creates partnerships, and it lets us create something that we're better than ourselves. And that's what I think we're demonstrating today, and that's what the Basketball Hall of Fame is all about. I want to thank the Basketball Hall of Fame for expanding their reach, right, in this community, in this area, so that they're coming out to Springfield, they're coming out to other communities outside, they're coming out to Holyoke to make sure that we're represented, especially when basketball players like JJ are in town. And JJ and Coach, welcome. Thank you for being here. I got to give a quick shout out. I'm going to follow JJ's mother's lead, I think. Shopping is your cardio. I'm going to change my cardio from running to shopping. So I think that's some good advice I might heed. But JJ, just thank you for what you represent. Thank you for what you've done, because we see a lot of people in sports, a lot of people who are celebrities giving back. And I think that's what really matters. When you go through hard times, you get through life, you get to a place where you can get back. That's what we all want to do. So unfortunately, I can't name this J.J. Barea's Day for the whole state. I apologize for that, but I do have two citations. One from Senator Humason, who couldn't be here this morning, in recognition of your compassion and dedication to the citizens of Puerto Rico in the wake of Hurricane Maria, from our good Senator Don Humason, and from myself, signed by myself and Speaker DeLeo, House of Representatives, to JJ in recognition of your embodiment of the true meaning of sportsmanship, an example you set for young people like these people right here today in the community and at large. Congratulations.
We have another really great friend of the school and really of the city of Holyoke, from the Sheriff's Department. Please welcome Mr. Eddie Caisse.
Hey, good morning, Holyoke High. This is all about you. Woo! Hey, it's an honor for me to be here, and I just want to let you guys know how appreciative we are to the Basketball Hall of Fame, to JJ, to Coach Carlisle, because as we move forward to continue to try to invest in you, we want to do everything we can to encourage you because you guys are worth the investment. Woo! So to show our thanks, on behalf of the entire Holyoke Safe Neighborhood Initiative, we got a little token for both JJ and Coach Carlisle, just the Holyoke Safe Neighborhood Initiative polo. So JJ and Coach Carlisle, come on up.
Can I take a picture with both of you guys? There's a reason why
And for all of you guys, let's knock it out of the park this year. I know that's a baseball term, but let's knock it out of the park and let's succeed. Let's graduate. Woo, go Holyoke!
There's a reason why he went last. We have some gifts here from the high school. So I want to welcome up two seniors, Darius Diaz and Jacob Santos. We both have something for Coach and JJ. All right, stand for a picture. Get a picture. Here we go. We're about to close. I just want to thank JJ. Messages about being good to other people, about working hard when things are hard and staying with it really resonate. And I want to thank JJ and Coach Carlisle for the work that you guys are doing and for coming here today. Thank you very much. Coach Carlisle and JJ are on a really tight schedule. So what we're going to do right now is I'm going to ask JJ and Coach to get up into the center aisle, and we're going to have some photographers in the back take a picture of the whole stands with JJ and Coach. So you got to sit. Yeah, so you guys are going to come up this way. Okay, you guys.